Okay, Liam, what did you do today?
I had recess. Wait, no. Okay, sorry.
Where did you go today?
It's my time now.
Okay. Hi, Miss Liv. What did you do today?
I went to 7th grade.
And how was 7th grade?
Pretty awesome.
Okay, what was so awesome?
All the classes. My schedule went. I'm just going to run through my schedule and what I did. So I had advisory, but I didn't really have advisory because the second I stepped into my advisory class, Miss Johns was like, hey, Ty and Lindsay, Avery, Matthew, and Jessica, can you go to the office and ask for tabs with usernames on them? And we were supposed to deliver them, but we had to say to them, all of them, look up the password. So we went to the office. There was a stack of them like that big, and 5 people to complete in like 20 minutes. So we just had to run around all of the school delivering all of the tabs with their advisory things on them, which was pretty fun. Then after that, I didn't even get to do the morning announcements, which are the best part on the first day. Then after that, we went to filmmaking, and I was asked to run down to the office again to help Miss Poplar because she wanted her tabs were messed up because the office had messed them up.
And so you basically spent your entire morning in the office?
Basically. And then we did some stuff. We went over the rules, the syllabus, and filmmaking, and I was asked to hand them out.
Did they pay you for today's work?
Nope, they didn't even give me an awesome cult thing. I forgot what they're called. Anyway, after that we had science. I think he's the one. The first thing he told us is that we had no friends. He was like, I'm not your friend. Let's just get that straight. I'm not your friend, and neither are your parents. These people are right here around you. The people that are your age are your friends, not us.
Okay.
It's our job to act like a friend, but we are not your friends.
Maybe he's had trouble with people wanting to be his friend in the past.
Maybe. There were only like a few of us. I sat on the very end of a table. It was like row of table. I sat over here, and next to me was Gage, then Cammie, then someone. And there was not a lot of us. There was like maybe 15 of us, because it was the GT class, and they split it up, and some people quit. So that period has not a lot of people, and we're all smooshed together when we could be spread out. After that was math, and we solved 700 math problems because it was a team thing, and I got put in the best team with 3 people. I knew one of them. It was Emery, and then there was a Mackenzie, I think that was her name. I don't know. And then there was an awesome girl named Marin, and she was really nice.
You made a new friend.
And then we had to find stuff from the syllabus. And we also so they handed out a worksheet with 100 problems each, and it was like a relay. So I would solve a problem, I'd pass it, and I'd go round and around. And sometimes he'd take our paper and switch it with someone else's, and we were ahead of most people there. So we had to redo all the questions, and at the very end, our paper, which was almost done, was switched out to another group, and that group finished first because they had our paper. He also came around with this creepy mannequin. I don't even know.
Was that like a lesson on life or something?
It was like one of those foam mannequin heads, and he placed it on our desk, and he was like, the people with the mannequin on their desk cannot work until the mannequin is off their desk. And so we had to like grab it and rush over and put it on another table. So that was fun. And then after math, I had pre-engineering, probably. And in pre-engineering, we basically talked a lot about ourselves. Mr. Park was
You thought that was going to happen.
And so I had to do 2 interesting facts, and one of them was I like green beans, and the other one was I have a hitchhiker's thumb, but I didn't show anybody yet. And then Mr. Park was like, can you show? You do? And I was like, and all the class was like, ew! And Mr. Park was like, yes, you do. And then after that was lunch, where you do have to sit in your advisory table. Luckily, I have a lot of people. I have Cammie, Lindsay, Jessica, Sydney, Faith, Oh, wait, I don't have Sydney. Sydney's the only one. Wait, Sydney was sitting at our table, though.
She does what she wants.
Good point. And then after that, we had World Civ, which was actually pretty fun. I sit next to Winston. And on my other side is Alex, and we became friends.
Is Alex a boy or a girl?
A girl.
So you made 2 new friends.
Yeah. And then ahead of me is Sam and Cammie. It was fun. And then we did a game where it was like, find who has green eyes, who reads for fun, who eat breakfast every morning. And so we went around, and I was the only one who had green eyes. And Mr. Glover wanted to make sure, so he came over and stared right into my eyes really close, and he was like, yeah, she does. So, like,
This is the bad teacher, right?
he was actually pretty nice. I mean, he was a little, yeah. And then after that, we had writing, which was really fun. And first we did 10 things you did over the summer, which was boring, and I couldn't remember half of them. What? I put like drive-in, carnival, camping, swimming, and then I kind of ran out fast. So I just kind of made up things like texting,
Huh.
Minecraft.
Well, you did do texting in Minecraft.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't like main
Oh,
things.
yeah, sure.
Then, I got a phone on there, and then I shared that one. Then after that, we did a name game, and it was like, you'd come up with an adjective, and it was like, so her name is Miss Stark, so she'd put Silly Stark. And then next was Happy Henry, then Naughty Nate, and so on and so forth. And the person whose turn it was, like if it was Nate's turn, he'd have to be like, Silly Stark, Happy Henry, Naughty Nate. You have to say all the ones ahead of him. And I was pretty darn far down the line, so I just started writing them down. I memorized them most. I was Turbulent Tyne, and guess what Sam was?
What?
Savage Sam.
He said that about himself?
Yeah. Yes, he did. And that's basically how my day went.
Okay, so maybe let's just talk about what you liked about your day.
Well, literally everything. Well, you're supposed to say everything about your day.
What was the best part of your day?
Everything.
What was the worst part of the day?
Everything. Probably in writing where everybody was super loud.
Yeah. What did you do at break?
I went to the cafeteria.
And did you get to go to the library today?
Not yet. We're doing a library orientation and writing class on Friday.
Okay. Anything unexpected happen?
Not really.
Are you going to go back tomorrow?
Yeah. At first I thought I wasn't going to be able to go back to school for another summer. Then I was like, wait a minute. That's not right. So then I was happy because I got to go back tomorrow. I was like, oh, that takes so long. I have to get home. I have to eat dinner. I have to wait, and then I have to go to sleep.
Do you have any homework?
No. Well, nope. Kind of.
Awesome. It sounds like you had a good first
Just
day.
some silly business.
I'm a silly bus you. Did anyone recognize you?
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone not recognize you?
Hey. There's a fly on you. I don't care. No one. Everybody pretty much recognized me.
Even with your new glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the best person to see that you didn't get to see since last year?
Lindsay.
You saw her all summer.
Samantha. I mean, I saw her a little bit, but that's okay.
Is she in any of your classes?
Yeah, she's actually one of them. And we sit fairly close.
That's good.
And Mr. Parks, engineering.
Okay. All right, Tiny.
It's fine.
All right, Lee.
Okay.
Sit up.
Alright.
All right, what did you do today?
Went to sixth grade. Went to sixth grade.
How did it go?
Good.
What was the best part?
The best part was definitely World Civ.
Because?
Because I was the best teacher in the world in World Civ, and Noah was in my class.
Nice. Oh, what did you like about your teacher?
Everything. And she likes her dog more than her boyfriend.
Did she show you a picture of her dog?
Yeah.
What kind is it?
Show you a picture of her
black,
boyfriend.
fluffy one. Yeah. She showed us like a bunch of pictures of her and her boyfriend. Sounds like Mrs.
And who did you sit by at lunch?
At lunch, I sat by Will.
Okay. And what did you do at break? Did you go outside?
Yeah, I hung out with Noah and Gavin.
Did you have any trouble finding your classes or anything?
Nope.
Did you have any really boring classes?
Yeah.
Did
One that smells good. English.
Did it still
It's
smell
super
good?
boring, yeah. And there was something where you had to write a bunch of stuff about you on a paper, and then you crumpled it up in a snowball and threw like a snowball thing, and you threw it and see who got it, and then they had to introduce you. And me and Gavin were in that class, so we just purposely threw it at each other. And then somebody almost got his, like they picked it up, and I was like, no! And then they gave it to me.
What did you write about yourself?
That I have 21 pets. I'm in wrestling and something else.
Did you have PE today?
Yeah. Except we
When
didn't
do you have to start changing your clothes?
next week.
Okay. Did anything unexpected happen?
Not really.
Did you have any embarrassing moments today? Time did you have embarrassing moments?
Oh, yes. Oh, come on, Mom.
It was really
It's
funny
not.
though.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
hang on.
That's
Ken.
really good.
Hold it for just a minute. All right, Lee, what else do you want to tell me about 6th grade?
Ask me more questions. So,
Well, you talked about your favorite teacher. You didn't have any trouble finding classes. Are you going back tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
and. The only good part about one of the English classes,
What?
the first one, is there's somebody I like in it.
You have someone you like already? Someone from Seven Oaks or a new person?
New person.
Did you talk to her? What is it that you like about her? Is she just in one class?
I think she might be in two. Yeah.
Did you make any new friends
And
today?
I know her name.
Which is?
Madison.
Did you make any new friends?
No.
Did you see Caesar?
He's only in PE. Wait, no. He thought he was in PE with me, but then he wasn't, so he's not in any of my classes.
Bummer. You see him at lunch though.
If I can, well, when we can sit by him, like when you don't have to sit in your advisory places.
Did you get in trouble today?
No.
In any class?
He's lying.
Did you get in trouble today?
Not really. I mean,
No.
Alright, anything else you want to talk about?
There is one more thing.
What?
Time can talk.
Was there
Honestly.
anything that you were surprised by that you weren't thinking was going to happen in 6th grade?
I was surprised that I had a teacher named Peter Parker.
That's actually true. Did you get to type today?
No.
Not yet. You're going to do great. Don't be nervous.
And anyway, he's really bad at typing. He goes like,
that's because he has to see up on this big board.
he's still